your outlook on the company?
Currently FPT has trained a new board of management and board of director carefully. And as you see on the slide, Mr. Nguyen Văn Khoa is as a new reputation of FPT recently, and she has brought an enormous impact on the FPT Telecom. And currently, in the 2018, FIS increased 110% of profit before tax. So far, we believe the new board of management of FPT will increase the share price of FPT because they have ability and they have the ability to bring the successful to the FPT.
So you detect that one of the risks is with the label. It's going to be difficult for them to keep and maintain the labor cost, considering that the competition for IT engineers among new competitors like those unicorn Grab or Goviets going in. So, but in your projection, the net margin actually improved like 3%. So, what are the items that gonna help them to increase the margin?
So I want to clarify your questions. Are you asking about how can FPT remain the talent employees and
so with the trend of the IT engineers, I would expect that they have to increase the salary of their engineers. And with that, which are the items that you think can help them to increase the margin, like in your projection?
Okay, if FPT, the average salary of FPT is still increased about 5.2%, follow our assumptions. But we think this number is still lower than the peers in India, like Tata and Wipro is about 6 or 7%. And more than that, we think the increase of salary is just focused on the talented or the experts. So we think the margin and the revenue after FPT, M&A, and complete valuation, they got more bigger size contracts in their consulting. So we think the margin can increase.
Additionally, the salary increase will be lower than the per capita income. The per capita income will increase about 6% per year. So there's still a gap between the profit margin and the salary increase.
To follow up on past questions, recently some conglomerate expanded into information technology sector. So in the future, how do you think FPT can compete for talent with these conglomerate, which is not afraid to spend money on talent? Another question is why do you think dividend yield of FPT is attractive? On what level you compare with the market or other companies?
We believe FPT will focus on the latest technology like AI, IoT, and big data to catch the market trend of DX. So they will disclose the distance of technology with the famous global peers, and they can have a more competitiveness.
In addition, I mean, when there is a fierce competition in the IT engineers, FPT can still remain an attractive talent because the following reason. Firstly, FPT has the most unique company culture. They work with the biggest international peers, so their employees will have more self-development chance. And secondly, FPT also have a really attractive salary for the most talented people. So the most talented engineers still want to apply for FPT. And about the dividend yield, actually, we compare the dividend yield by FPT to some stock in VN30 because they are all blue chips, and we think that FPT has have a better dividend yield and growth rate compared to that stock, so it's a better investment opportunity.
Thank you for your beautiful presentation. You have described this as a golden investment opportunity. And you've asked us, what are we waiting for? Now, if you buy the stock today, what makes you wake up at night? What are you most worried about?
I think the biggest risk that I have to concern about FPT is the lack of qualified IT human resources, because IT is a labor-intensive industry. So the biggest concerns for the company to grow further is employees. But as I mentioned in the presentation, FPT can mitigate this risk by they can have a self-supply personnel from FPT University, and they can also remain the most talented by attractive HR policy.
I'm having an issue with this university supplying all the labor needed for the company. As you know, technology moves very quickly, and technology moves much quicker than academia can cope. So that's an observation, not a question. My next question is, you say your target price is 73,400. What's the time frame for that?
Okay, so about the first concern, still about the label. So FPT also can emanate to acquire the most talented IT consultant. For example, they acquire Intellinet and they receive about 150 consultants from the US market. So it's also a way to improve their talent. And secondly, about the time that we can receive that target price, I think is our target price will reach within 1 year, but it still depends a lot on the market condition and expectation of the investors.
In addition, further ensure the quality of FPT IT engineer, FPT applies the most modern training program of IT for the FPT University, like AI and blockchain. So we believe this can ensure the input quality of FPT IT engineers.
Do you see any company trying to compete? Are there barriers to entry in that industry? So competition, you're ruling out competition, it will not come? Not now, not later? Remember, your valuation is the present value of everything that will happen in the future. And I only see rosy stuff going forward. You're not worried about the competition.
We did the new input of IT enterprise for the IT industry is the focus on some the smaller client. However, the target client of FPT is a large company. Like a company is Fortune 1500. So I think the competitive is not affect or not more on FPTs.
I see on your slide here you mentioned you have send-off, which I believe is a hidden value of FPT. How do you factor the valuation of send-off into FPT valuation?
Thanks for question. I will answer your question. The send-off just account for 3% of FPT account for 3% of send-off. So we don't account this for our valuation, and in the company strategy is one increase the ownership structure of send-off. So we want focus on this segment. Thanks.
Just to clarify a little bit here, FPT have multiple ownership via send-off. They own it through FPT Telecom as well. So the effective ownership of FPT in send-off is currently 30%, not 3%.
Thank you for your message. Questions?